Good morning. Welcome to this absolutely super Saturday. Lots of learning, lots of new things, and let's see what today life will unfold for all of us. So, yes, we've been learning a lot, reading a lot, understanding a lot. Now it's time to really reflect deeper and understand what life is, how we create it. So, how wonderful. With this positive note, let's start our day with the Pixel programming. Let's all gear up, stand up, right knee in the front, left leg on the back, and we're thinking that we're running towards our goals. That's how simple it is. When we run with energy, vigor, we know we are going to conquer our dreams. Because all of us are winners. Yes. How wonderful. Left leg on the front, right on the back, knee bent, stomach bent. Let's run. Yes. Each one is a winner. How wonderful. We are all winners. Amazing. Let's start our journey of creative visualization this morning. Can I have a reader for the day? Can someone volunteer to read? Today we'll again talk about affirmations. Yesterday in our entire meditation was all about affirmations and it was about clearing as well. So today, yes, Neha, how wonderful. And today we talk about writing affirmations. Let's understand the science because this is going to help us throughout our life. You don't need anyone else now. You know you have the power to read it, make it, say it, and write it. All right. So Neha, let's start. Writing affirmations. Over to you.
Good morning, everyone. Am I audible, Prachidi?
Absolutely.
Great. Writing affirmations. The technique I'm about to describe has brought some of the fastest and most dramatic changes in my life on many different occasions. It is a combination of writing affirmations and clearing process, neatly rolled into one. I love it because it is so simple and easy to do, yet it gets down to a very deep level. Writing affirmations is a very dynamic technique because the written word has so much power over our minds. We are both writing and reading them at the same time. So it's like a double hit of energy. Take any affirmation you want to work with and write it 10 or 20 times in succession on a piece of paper. Use your name and try writing it in the first, second, and third persons. For example, I, John, I'm a successful singer and songwriter. John, you are a successful singer and a songwriter. John is a successful singer and songwriter. Don't just write it by rote. Really think about the meaning of the words as you're writing them. Notice whether you feel any resistance, doubts, or negative thoughts about what you are writing. Whenever you do, even a slight one, turn the paper over and on the back, write out the negative thought, the reason why affirmation can't be true, can't work, or whatever. For example, I'm really not good enough. I'm too old. This isn't going to work. Then go back to writing the affirmation. When you're finished, take a look at the back of the paper. If you have been honest, you will have a good look at the reasons why you keep yourself from having what you want in the particular case. With this in mind, think of some affirmations you can do to help you specifically counteract these negative fears of beliefs or beliefs and begin to write out these new affirmations. For example, if you if one of your negative beliefs is I can't be more successful than my father was, you could affirm my father is proud and happy about my success. Or you may want to stick with the original affirmation if it seems effective or modify it slightly to be more accurate. Keep working with writing the affirmations once or twice a day for a few days. Once you feel that you've really looked at your negative programming, discontinue writing it out and just keep writing the affirmations. My experience with this process is that often whatever I have been affirming manifests surprisingly quickly after going through the clearing process. And I have usually received many valuable insights into my own patterns this way.
Thank you. So it's very important to understand that writing affirmations is extremely powerful, extremely amazing. But to actually make them come to fruition, you have to feel the affirmation. The coherence from your heart is extremely important. If I'm writing something and my heart is saying, no, it's not true, you're fibbing, just don't write it because it's not going to be true. So that's going to come true, that thought. So how do we do this? How do we counteract this thought? By clearing process. We write, why is it that we think we don't deserve it? Whatever reason. For example, a lot of you have weight issues. A lot of us have weight issues. A lot of us have probably mental health issues or maybe health issues. And if we're writing something and we think it's not working for us, so it's not working for us. So clearing process is extremely, extremely, extremely important. Because once you're clearing all negativity, you're realizing where you stand in life, things are going to really, really, really change. So do not get a victim of writing good affirmations but believing the opposite ones and making them come true. We don't want to do that knowingly, unknowingly. So please feel it. First write it, think it, write it, feel it, and then it's coming true. And again, the science of affirmations is wonderful. Anything done with 21 days is very amazing. 21 days together, you write minimum 7 times. If 21 times, nothing like it. And thrice we do it. So if first belt is over, it's not come true. Second time we do it, knowing that's going to come true this time. So please look deeper down. Why is it not coming true? Why is it not coming true? Is there something that which is stopping me? It's time to go inward now. And remember, affirmation writing is something any one of us can write. What is an affirmation? It is a positive statement which we're making, knowing about our future in the present tense. So, if, for example, I want to be 1 to 1 pounds, I don't say I want or I wish. No, I don't say that. I say I'm absolutely healthy and kicking at 1 to 1 pounds. I put some kind of emotion to it, which will heighten my experience. So every time I want to say, oh no, I'm not 1 to 1. Oh, I'm kicking and vivacious, or I'm thriving, or something, something, something. Add some adjective, some compliment to it, and energize your affirmations. So let's move on to the power of the subconscious mind, Ritesh sir. So yesterday we began a new chapter in the power of subconscious mind. It was all about how life is wonderful and life is going lifeward, taking us towards positivity and never the lower side. How you and I can create anything that we want, whether it's health, whether it's wealth, whether it's mental health, whether it's spirituality. Everything is very easily possible. We can very easily, simply with our beliefs. And there is something called infinite intelligence and wisdom in our body. Tapping into that is wonderful. So I'm not saying all of you have to meet your higher self. It's all right if you don't. But let's start tapping into our inner wisdom. That's something all of us know, right? By now, we are at least aware of the science. At least start intertwining in that, tuning into that, going into that bandwidth to realize what is happening. And this intelligence is looking after our body beautifully. Let's read about this.
There is an intelligence which takes care of the body. When you study the cellular system and the structure of the organs, such as eyes, ears, heart, liver, bladder, etc., you learn they consist of group of cells which form a group intelligence whereby they function together and are able to take orders and carry them out in deductive function at the suggestion of the mastermind, conscious mind. A careful study of a single-celled organism shows you what goes on in your complex body. Though the monocellular organism has no organs, it still gives evidence of mind action and reaction performing the basic functions of movement, alimentation, assimilation, and elimination. Many say there is an intelligence which will take care of your body if you let it alone. That is true. But the difficulty is that the conscious mind always interferes with its five sense evidence based on outer appearances, leading to the sway of false beliefs, fears, and mere opinions. When fear, false beliefs, and negative patterns are made to register in your subconscious mind through psychological, emotional conditioning, there is no other course open to the subconscious mind except to act on the blueprint specifications offered it.
So let's so we've spoken a couple of times that our intelligence is looking after our subconscious mind is looking after all the main functions of our body. And our body is beautiful. If we have time by the end of these one-to-one days, of course, if all the curriculum gets over, we'll read this book called Power by Rhonda Byrne. In that, she's explained so beautifully how our body is. There's a cluster of cells that is, having its own intelligence. It's like patrolling that particular area, looking after any signals, and it's how wonderfully it's reacting to, any kind of problems that are happening in the body or anything which is normal. So now let's realize that our body has a cellular organism. Of course, we all know that we have a cellular structure going on in the body, cellular energy is given to our body. And our body is absolutely beautiful. It's complex, but it's very beautiful and very well planned. And most of these, functions of our body, of our organs, are done by our subconscious mind. They're carried out by our subconscious mind. Now, in order to become conscious and take charge of our life, what do? We simply have to tune into our intelligence, knowing that it's very well taken care of, knowing that everything is looked after. All we have to be on the lookout is our negative patterns, if any. And these negative patterns have been put in our subconscious mind through our conscious being, psychologically, emotional conditioning, any kind of. We're susceptible to so much things in life, some kind of experience, and that's gone back in, and so much is happening. So just let's start saying that, I trust the process of life. With that, everything happens very comfortably. There's divine order that's guiding me. The minute you start saying these one or two affirmations, your emotional conditioning changes. You start saying, Are mujhe kuch karna hi nahi. I'm taken care of. Otherwise, my health is my concern. If you say I'm divinely protected and guided, it's not your concern anymore. So get this very clear. Now, how does the subconscious mind work continually for the common good? So let's understand this. Subconscious mind is a big, big, big contributor. How does it do it? Let's understand. Nail over to you.
The subconscious mind works continually for the common good. The subjective self within you works continuously for the general good, reflecting an inner principle of harmony behind all things. Your subconscious mind has its own will, and it is a very real something in itself. It acts night and day whether you act upon it or not. It is the builder of your body, but you cannot see, hear, or feel it building, as all this is a silent process. Your subconscious has a life of its own, which is always moving towards harmony, health, and peace. This is the divine norm within its seeking expression through you at all times.
So I think we should just let our worries simply go away, knowing that we are guided, we're controlled, and we're looked after so beautifully by a part of our brain. That to 90% of our brain is subconscious mind, and that is only wanting the harmony, the order in our body. So what more can we ask for? Knowing that that is a builder, let's just not overthink. Let's start only consciously creating what is important for us, not what everything else. So stop becoming that huge person who's all the time saying, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. Okay, I am doing it, but I am guided as well. Let's start trusting life, processes, universe, and so many things, especially our subconscious mind. As a human being, how many times we are unfortunately interfering with this process of harmony, life's having our back, we forget it. And how do we interfere and how do we screw up? Let's understand the science now.
How man interferes with the innate principle of harmony. To think correctly, scientifically, we must know the truth. To know the truth is to be in harmony with the infinite intelligence and power of your subconscious mind, which is always moving lifeward. Every thought or action which is not harmonious, whether through ignorance or design, will result in discord and limitation of all kinds.
What does this mean? It simply means that, life word tendency is there, of course, for our body, for our subconscious mind, everything. And if we are in harmony, then we know everything in life is abundant. Everything. Health is in abundance, money is in abundance, peace is in abundance, beautiful things are in abundance. Everything is in abundance. And yet, we unfortunately become ignorant, or we think, oh, there's lack of this, there's lack of that. Relationships aren't great because this person behaves like this, and if he starts behaving better, I'm going to become better. Then we go in a limiting world. This is not good. Profits aren't coming well in business because, okay, the sales has been taken by some other competitor. The market share has been taken up. Everything has its own place. If you want abundance, everyone in your industry can prosper very well if there's no competition. Let people do their own work. What is lack? So, if the minute we have lack in our mind, we have less of love in our mind. Remember, our body is made up of love. Love for all means everything is fantastic. Love means love. There's no discounting it. When the quotient of love becomes less, it goes towards the hate zone, and that's when the wrong things start coming. We are inventing them, we are bringing them up in our life, we are bringing all negative emotions. So in the power book we have something called a dividing line. Anything above the line is good feeling zone, anything below the line is bad feeling zone. And we start creating anxiety, stress, we start creating, you know disharmony, we start creating anger issues, jealousy, we start creating so much, okay, lack of some things, and that's all a human, a man-made emotion. So get that very, very clear. Please keep telling yourself there's abundance for everything in the universe. Start saying it. Then there will be no lack of it in your life. Your words have so much of power. Use the words well. Stop saying stuff like there's lack of this, there's lack of that. There's so much of light there. Even in the night when it's dark, you have the Chandani lighting up the night. So people have used that as well to navigate, to walk and go. What are we scared about? Let's conclude with the last paragraph. Yes, please.
Scientists inform us that you build a new body every 11 months. So you are really only 11 months old from a physical standpoint. If you build defects back into your body by thought of fear, anger, jealousy, and ill will, you have no one to blame but yourself. You are the sum total of your own thoughts. You can keep from entertaining negative thought and imagery. The way to get rid of darkness is with light. The way to overcome cold is with heat. The way to overcome the negative thought is to substitute the good thought. Affirm the good, and the bad will vanish.
So, how wonderful, right? Affirm the good and the bad will vanish. How simple it is. And one beautiful fact, if all of you observed, is it takes 9 months for the body to rebuild. Every day the cells are dying, every day the new cells are coming. Even with skin, if your skin is right now, not it's not glowing, it's not having luster, you simply start giving it love and whatever right things you want. Again, I keep saying, if possible, stay away from chemicals. If possible, go back to your dadi nani ka nuskas for men, women who are looking at, having blemish-free skin or whatever. Start going back to your kitchens and get the life that you want, and your skin will start glowing. Why do you want to depend upon these chemicals? They're just going to screw up your skin. They may make you look good for just a while, but then it's not going to have a long effect. So start going back and trusting your body that my body can create it. My body can glow. My body can become amazing. It loses weight automatically. Start affirming, and all the good is going to keep expanding, and the bad will keep diminishing because that's how it is. One thing expands, the other leaves because it's only that much place. So get that very clear. It's all about our thoughts, it's all about affirmations. So let's turn the page.
Why it's normal to be healthy, vital, and strong. It's abnormal to be sick. The average child born into the world is perfectly healthy with all its organs functioning perfectly. This is the normal state, and we should remain healthy, vital, and strong. The instinct of self preservation is the strongest instinct of your nature, and it constitutes a most potent, ever present, and constantly operative truth inherent in your nature. It is, therefore, obvious that all your thoughts, ideas, and beliefs must operate with greater potentiality when they are in harmony with the innate life principle in you, which is forever seeking to preserve and protect you along all lines. It follows from this that normal conditions can be restored with greater ease and certainty than abnormal conditions can be induced.
So I want all of us, by now, I think we all of us know it. But let's understand furthermore that, our instinct is amazing. Our instinct is nothing but a subconscious mind's message to us. If we have some instinct, just go with it. Don't procrastinate. Just take it by your stride and let's say, let's do it. And then you'll realize that life is having your back. The principle of life is just to give you love and give you a larger than life. So just go for it. And then what you can do is just follow it with certainty. And whatever you want can be created. Everything can be normalized, can become better and better and better. And abnormal things can just diminish again and again and again. Time and again, we can remove all the negativity by simply concentrating on the positivity. Remember, that is the only principle. Yes, now we're talking about health. Let's read further.
It is abnormal to be sick. It simply means you are going against the stream of life and thinking negatively. The law of life is the law of growth. All nature testifies to the operation of this law, but by silently, constantly expressing itself in the law of growth. When there is growth and expression, there must be life. Where there is life, there must be harmony, and where there is harmony, there is perfect health. If your thought is in harmony with the creative principle of your subconscious mind, you are in tune with the innate principle of harmony. If you entertain thoughts which are not in accordance with the principle of harmony, these thoughts cling to you, harass you, worry you, and finally bring about the disease, and if persisted in, possibly death.
So let's understand. Let's stop thinking that I'm not well. I can't do this. I mean, I had a word with a few people, and I just realized that even though we are almost a month in this journey, and I tell you, this month is now coming to an end. Now, according to me, you're prepared to learn further. Your foundation is getting set. So yet a lot of you are still realizing that हमारी thought ऐसे हो जाती है. This is how we feel. We are sick. We are not being able to handle our health. So please understand, it's very important to create whatever you want. If you want health, create it. Simply create a thought. Simply be in harmony with that thought. Whatever you're expanding, I keep repeating that. That is whatever you're focusing, it's expanding. So if you have some thought that, okay, she troubles me and she says something to me and I get absolutely off center, and so believe it, that's what you're expanding. Now that thought will cling to you, it'll harass you, it'll worry you, it'll bring you some disease. You'll start getting backaches, shoulder aches, and you'll realize why are they happening? Because of your thoughts. So disease is going to come in your body, and it's really, really, really fatal. So stop it. Stop doing that thing. Stop the blame game. We read in the magic book, right? Stop the blame game, play the glad game. So just be glad for everything in life. Start counting your blessings. Even if she said something to you, what is the good thing about that? Is she insecure because you are superior or something? Start changing your thoughts. Ultimately, it's all about thoughts. Yes, please.
In the healing of disease, you must increase the inflow and distribution of the vital forces of your subconscious mind throughout your system. This can be done by eliminating thoughts of fear, worry, anxiety, jealousy, hatred, and every other destructive thought which tends to tear down and destroys your nerves and glands, body tissues, which controls the elimination of all waste material.
So, when you are not in a good feeling zone, you are going to have aches and pains, you are going to have bloating, you are going to have constipation issues, you are going to have bad hair day, bad skin day. And these are all signals to you, the body speaking to you and telling you, hello, look at me. So much is happening. What are you doing? Wake up. I don't want this kind of body. Give me love. Forget these negativity. Expand on love. And that's the time you all wake up. Today, we'll close our day with one story and we'll talk about Pot, how his disease was cured. So, yes, let's read the story, read the two paragraphs together. Thank you, Nehal.
Pott's disease cured. In the Nautilus magazine of March 1917, there appears an article about a boy suffering from Pott's disease, or tuberculosis of the spine, which had a remarkable healing. His name was Frederick Elias Andrews of Indianapolis, now minister of the Unity School of Christianity, Kansas City, Missouri. His pronounced him incurable. His physician pronounced him incurable. He began to pray, and from a crooked, twisted cripple going about on hands and knees, he became a strong, straight, well formed man. He created his own affirmation, mentally absorbing the qualities he needed. He affirmed over and over again, many times a day, I am whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. He
One second.
preserved.
So, all of us, in fact, a lot of you keep asking me, Prachi ji, please give us an affirmation for good health. We've got three, four, five, six issues. Is there a good issue? This is a cue for you. You create your own affirmation. I'm whole and complete is something we always say, right? So now what can we add? I'm whole, perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Whatever you want in your life, add that to your affirmation. Louis Hay has brought about a lot of affirmations for health, but this is the father of all, right? Just create your all thing, mother of all, father of all, whatever you want to create it. Remember, we have the infinite wisdom and power. Just tune into yourself and just say what kind of affirmation do you want. All the words will keep out rolling. You don't even need me or anyone. Yes, please.
He persevered and said that this prayer was the last utterance on his lips at night and the first in the morning. He prayed for others also by sending out thoughts of love and help. This attitude of mind and way of prayer returned to him multiplied many times. His faith and perseverance paid off with big dividends. When thoughts of fear, anger, jealousy, or envy drew his attention, he would immediately start his counteracting force of affirmation going in his mind. His subconscious mind responded, and according to the nature of his habitual thinking. This is the meaning of the statement in the Bible: Go thy way, thy faith hath made thee whole. Mark 10:5-2.
Whatever way you're picking up, if you have faith in that, it's going to become whole and complete. So please have faith. Please have a lot of faith in your body. Please have even more faith in the universe. And please have faith in the divinity. You are all protected. We are all protected. We have wisdom. We have intelligence. And whatever we want, we can create. And the best thing is, it's limitless. You're limitless. All you have to do is have faith. All you have to have is perseverance. All you have to have is integrity and commitment. When you have these positive things in your life, whatever your goals are, let the dreams become goals. Let the goals become reality. How? By simply following it day by day, bit by bit, minute by minute. Start falling towards your dreams. So if you want to create an empire, you can. You want to create some new business, you can. You want to create a new body, you can. You want to create something new in your house, you can. Everything is possible. Remember, you can, you have the power. Just go thy way, thy faith hath made the whole. How wonderful. So just let's go for it. Thank you so much, Ritesh sir. Now today we're going to talk about our wonderful body. Of course, we've been talking about our body even in the in Life Word chapter, but even in loving yourself, but it's going to be all about our health. Remember, health is wealth, and these days a lot of us have issues about health, especially if not us. People in our families are having issues. Now you know you all are healers. There's no doubting that. You've seen that work for you and it's happened. Neha, I don't know if she shared testimonial. She wrote to me like a big thing that how immediately she felt great. Her sister was me in the first batch also. So they also wrote to me. Immediately things improved. Just imagine 100 of us are giving us healing and how wonderfully the girl goes up. She's right here. Maybe today she can share in the end or maybe on Thursday. Life is wonderful if we are in it. We can heal our own bodies, we can heal other people's bodies. But one thing is, today we're going to learn a very important thing about our body, which we had a little, thing in the subconscious book, listening to our body. So we've done this. I've done this in the affirmations yesterday. So we're moving on to chapter 4. Thank you, sir. So yes. And again, I'm going to repeat to everyone, if you want a larger screen, please go on the view and go on standard view. So it'll increase your screen. So you'll be able, because it's a big book, so maybe the font is smaller. It's very important to listen to our bodies. Very, very important. Our bodies always crying out and speaking to us and giving us a lot of things. Get this very clear. Listening to our body is so powerful, and yet people ignore it. So let's understand what is happening in our body. Let's start with this phrase by Lewis. Lewis says, I listen with love to my body's messages. So how beautiful. Any messages coming her way, Lewis gives it love and not, oh my God, why are you sick? Not like that. She gives it love. Start, Nehal.
Long before it was fashionable to discuss the mind body connection, Louis published her book Heal Your Body, in which she talked about health conditions and the probable thought patterns behind them. In the ensuing years, more and more scientific evidence has cropped up to prove the mind body connection. Yet, it still seems so mysterious to many people. You probably were not taught to listen to your body or even your feelings. In fact, if you go back to your childhood, you may remember being told that you were wrong about things you felt. Perhaps you were told not to feel something. Don't be sad or you're not hurt. Maybe you were told that you were too sensitive. If you had the typical upbringing, you likely got the message that concrete evidence, science, and proof were more important than how you felt or what you thought you knew. Dreams, instincts, intuition, and extrasensory perceptions (ESP) used to be relegated to the woo-woo or considered airy-fairy, and knowing in advance that something would happen was called coincidence. Yet, study shows that more than 50% of US adults believed in ESP and psychic or spiritual healing, even though science does not confirm its existence.
Let's turn the pages. Page number 101, a beginning, a beautiful beginning. So now, by now, we know there is spiritual healing. By now, we know there is mental healing because people can radiate and give out the vibrations and the healing energy. And we also know that the body has its beautiful healing mechanism. So let's read further.
We know from chapter 3 that we get gut feelings all the time for a very good reason, a reason science didn't know about until the 1950s. And our body gives us many other clues about what is right or not right for us, if only we'll listen. Gavin De Becker, the author of The Gift of Fear, explains intuitions as the brain looking at something and processing it so quickly that
I can.
that conclusions are drawn without the person understanding how or why. Whatever the reason, intuition, ESP, your inner voice, or the inner ding, as Louis calls it, this is something we all have. De Becker also points out that the root of word intuition means to protect or watch over. Life loves and protects us at all times. Listening to our inner guidance is a beautiful way to trust that life always takes care of us, and it's a way that we can take loving care of our bodies.
I don't know how many of you will agree with this, but there are times when your body says, please don't give me food. I don't want food. And you are habituated by simply being tuned into 1 o'clock lunch, 7 o'clock dinner, or whatever timings. You just kind of eat. But there are times your body says, no, I don't want food right now. And you ignore that. Your ESP is always working in your body. The extrasensory perception is always working, and it's perceiving whatever you actually need, and it's going to tell you, this is what I need, this is what I don't need. But you don't take this intuition or this feeling to actually to fruition or to reality or to even seriously, because you're like, oh, I just feeling it, it's time for me to have dinner, so let me eat. Listen to our inner guide. Listening to our inner guidance is very, very important. Believe me, life has our back. Believe me, we are going life forward. Everything is wonderful. We are part of a whole system where we are guided very, very well. So let's lovingly start taking care of our bodies, and let's start tuning inside inwards, and let's realize that our intuition is working, our ESP is working, your higher self or inner voice or whatever you want to see, the power of subconscious mind, everything is working as long as you're ready for it. Now, how do we understand about this little voice? Let's read about it. So, some people say gut feeling, some people call it intuition, some people say higher self talking, some people say the small little voices inside me. So, let's understand what is this inner voice.
The still small voice inside. Intuition operates in mysterious ways. Did you ever have a time when you just knew something? Perhaps you were thinking of a friend just before she called out of the blue. Or you had a dream that later came true. Maybe you got a feeling about something, or you made a seemingly innocent decision and it ended up saving your life. That's the power of intuition. Michel Lomonaco was head chef at New York City's Windows on the World at the top of the World Trade Center. On September 11, 2001, he had a noon appointment to get his glasses repaired. But for some reason, he decided to see if he could go in before work instead. The first plane hit the World Trade Center while he was in the lobby, so he was able to get out safely. Had he gone right to work, he may not have survived. While many stories of intuition involves dramatic life or death events, it's also at the heart of countless day-to-day decisions that guides people's life. For example, Oprah Winfrey, who continues to make the Forbes Most Powerful Celebrities list, says that while she listens to proposals, data, and reports, all of her successful decisions have been made by intuition or from the heart. As she says, when you don't know what to do, do nothing. Get quiet so you can hear the still small voice, your inner GPS guiding you to true north.
So, one quick thing, even if you're in the middle of a meeting, that meeting could be with a teacher, with a colleague, it could be with your clients, it could be with your vendors, or maybe your team. It could be a family meeting. When you don't know exactly what you have to do or answer, simply get quiet for those couple of seconds. Just close your eyes and just tune inside. Just ask your inner guidance for giving you an answer. And the minute you get an answer, stop doubting it. Just do it. Start believing that, we are divinely guided. And when you start following that little voice, that little guidance inside you, believe me, you're going to just go higher and higher and higher. At least start trusting it. At least start believing it. I know a lot of you are still not doing it, but now it's the time to do it. Let's read further about this.
This still small voice is what Louis has relied on throughout much of her life. When asked if she always heard her inner ding, she said no. It was something she actually had to practice. In fact, when Louis was first learning to listen to her intuition, she used a pendulum, which is a weight, often oftentimes a crystal suspended on a string or chain, to help her access her subconscious mind. When first using a pendulum, you learn how it moves when the answer is yes or no, and then you can ask questions. The idea is that your subconscious will affect the way the pendulum moves. If you're not sure how to trust your intuition, using this tool can help you see the guidance you're receiving. Louise started out using her pendulum to make simple decisions, like what food on the restaurant menu would be the most helpful for her body. Over time, she continued to play with using the pendulum and realized she could get the same feeling without it. She said that there were many times when it appeared that her inner ding was wrong at first glance, yet in the long run, it was that wrong choice that acted as the pathway to the choice that was right for her. She ultimately learned to trust her inner ding deeply, and even more so, trusted life to guide her to the right thing at the right time.
So tell me something. A few of you really trust me in life, right? You really trust me and you're sick. Okay, whatever you're saying is the right thing. Now, how about shifting that trust from me to yourself? How about giving your life, your choices, the power? Just try it. With the knowledge that your life has my back, I trust life for the guidance. It's so important to understand this. I'm not sure, Mom, what is this in a pendulum present in Dowser? I'm not aware, Mom, about Dowser, so maybe you can elaborate on it later. So let's understand this beautiful body of ours is all the time giving us signals, is all the time telling us. You don't need a pendulum per se. Just start listening to your body. Start listening to the inner commands and just go for it. Don't take life so seriously by thinking, planning. Sometimes just become, impromptu. You just get one cue and just follow it. Live life in the moment. Let's read further.
Alia always knew how to listen and see into people. While she was sometimes punished for saying the things she knew, which no one had told her and no one believed she could know, she continued to believe in her inner guidance. This is not a typical path for children, so it was clear that his gift Alia was very strong in her life. As a teenager, she went to work in the radiology department of a hospital where she got to test and confirm Her ability to see into bodies by reading X-rays and observing how patients' cases progressed. She went on to further learn about what she was seeing in bodies by studying anatomy and physiology and doing an anatomy my lab with the cadaver of deceased person who had chosen to donate his body to science. In this way, she could have the full sense of what human bodies need and what influences good health. Heather had some connection to intuition growing up too. Yet, although she was mildly aware that she was using it to be successful in her job, where she often had to predict which products and process would become popular in global companies in the future, she had largely abandoned listening to her own body. Instead, she was focused on doing her job well in a fast paced company, which often meant not listening to her body and just pushing forward to get things done. There were times she had a bad gut feeling about something and even described it as such to her boss as they contemplated acquiring a company. But while she was proven correct a year later, these feelings had little credence in the corporate environment.
Just the way all of us tune in our bodies. One day, even our reader, beautiful, what Nehal told us that, her body told her very categorically, in a very loud, clear voice, that what you're thinking, please don't go for it because this is not right for you. And she listened to it. She knew that, okay, this is my inner voice telling me. How about just going inside and giving credence to whatever we really are getting all the messages? Why, हिंदी में कहावत है ना, अब पछताए होत क्या जब चिड़िया चुग गई खेत. So if you have avoided your inner direction, then you may have to cry later. Then you may have to do something which is not right later. So why not do it now? Knowing that you are guided, knowing that you have this little voice inside you, why not hear her or him, whatever the voice is? Why not? Let's read further. It's another page and a half to understand the science. It'll become.
Ev- Everything changed when Heather started working with a life and business coach. Her coach would ask Heather to describe the feeling she was having and then find out where she was feeling that emotion in her body. For at least a month, all Heather could feel was pain in her abdomen. This was in her initial stages of recovery from bulimia, and she felt like this feel into your feelings thing was hard to trust because all she felt was the same pain in her gut over and over again. With continued practice, though, Heather became aware that there were emotions behind the pain. They were scary for her to look at because they were about her job and how it was not right for her. Listening would mean a major upheaval in her life, including leaving the corporate world, selling her house, and building a new life somewhere else with her husband. It was much later that Heather realized she got a lot of intuition in her gut that almost had a sick feeling in it. However, once she understood that it was just information, the sick feeling would leave immediately. She realized of how long she had made herself sick by not listening all those years.
So our body gives us physical symptoms. It'll give you a short headache to tell you that you're wrong. Very gradually, when you'll start listening to your body and you start telling it again and again that I love you and I trust you. Imagine, so if you start telling me that you trust me, won't I listen to you more? Won't I probably attend to your emails or phone calls a bit more? Won't you become a little more important for me? S- that's how humans are, and that's how your wonderful body is, and that's how your wonderful guidance is. If you start valuing it, it'll start unfolding much more to you. Every single day your decisions will become right when you start tuning in. And the best is, right now you're thinking conscious mind is choosing something, subconsciously you'll be guided and you'll be just following it. So look at the physical symptoms. Very important to start your journey inward by looking at what's happening outward. So what's happening? What kind of senses are you feeling? What is happening inside? Just tune in. Let's read further.
As Heather discovered, physical symptoms are the body's way of talking to you. This is especially true if you're ignoring other signals in your life and continuing on a path that is not right for you. As you learned in chapter 2, when you're not making loving choices for yourself, your body will often speak to you in symptoms. Remember, your body knows how to heal and it wants to heal, just needs your loving care to support the process. Certain people, called physical sensors, can be so sensitive energetically that they pick up on symptoms that the other people are having and feel them in their own bodies. Other people are emotional sensors or empaths and feel the emotions of others very strongly. The first thing to do is, if you are or think you may be one of these people, is to stop, take deep breaths, and ask your body if this symptom or feeling is yours or if it belongs to someone else. If you feel that it belongs to someone else, ask what it has to tell you. Once you know it's not yours, it will typically start to dissolve.
So what happens in life is knowingly, unknowingly, we pick up vibes. So there are reasons that you go in your room and you say, "Oh, it's got good vibes," or "It's got bad vibes," or "It's got, it's densely laden with ill health." Unknowingly, you're attracting those vibes in your being. So we have this aura right around us. We all know about the aura. And that aura gets densified with a lot of negativity at times. Positivity also, negativity also. The best thing to do about this is simply take 3 deep breaths, go in, and tell your body that if I've taken any negative aura, any negativity from anywhere, I'm releasing it right now. Your body has the power to dispel it. It's attracted it and it'll also dispel it. Start talking to your body. Start talking to your intelligence. And a lot is coming your way, except that you have to be little reciprocal to your body, to its language, to its science. The minute you intertwine and integrate yourself into oneness, and you say, oh, whatever I'm getting is what I'm following, your life is going to go just life forward up and up. The graph will only be going up. So let's understand. Now let's pick up some examples to understand this further.
People who are energetically sensitive in these ways often tell stories of being sickly children until they realize that the symptoms and or emotions were intuitive messages and learn to work with their sensitivity. One very effective technique is to say, "Thank you, body, for giving me this message. It belongs to someone else. I lovingly release it from my body and I send loving energy to them and to myself."
This is very deep. It's not just, it's very, very deep. It's very spiritual. Your body is a beautiful place. You're telling it, okay, I've got this message. So if it's meant to be with me, it'll stay with me, or I'm releasing it and I'm giving it love and light. So it's really, really powerful. This loving energy transfer is so understand. So when you get some negative message, rather than just, oh shit, rather than saying like that, just say, oh, I give you love. Let yourself be a channel of love. Whatever is coming my way, sar maathe pe. The minute you have that attitude, your life is just going to be beautiful. Stop getting repulsive about anything and everything. Whether it's food, it's some kind of smell, it's something, whatever. Just keep giving love everywhere. Just say, I'm a channel of love. And all I give is love felt messages. Be it my body, be it any signals. When you start embracing yourself the way you are with love, you'll only go heal and becoming better and better. Yes. Let's read further.
If you find that the symptom is in fact yours, the simple act of listening to that symptom and giving it your love can make a huge difference.
I 1 second, I'm going to interrupt you. Shubhra, your question is very beautiful. Thank you for asking. It is very simple. If you have gone into a place with a big crowd, or maybe a hospital scenario, or maybe you've gone to somebody's house where there's a lot of sickness, and you come back and the minute you're out of the house, you just feel sick. That is not it's not your body telling you that you're sick. You could have acquired it from somebody else. So, telling you how to clear your aura. by simply saying that thank you, body, for giving me this message, but it belongs to someone else. I lovingly release it from my body and I send loving energy to them and to myself. Sometimes it's clearing. So we did clearing yesterday in Shakti Given's book where we cleared our mind, right? This is clearing our own aura. Sometimes you acquire negativity from somebody else. Okay, the good thing is you also acquire positivity, so it's fine that you, so you'll know, your body will start speaking to you. Abhi Shupra, maybe बहुत जल्दी है to for you to understand, but try this. If there's something negative, first try to understand why is it happening. And I'm telling everyone, please invest in this beautiful book, Heal Your Body. It's a very thin book. You can take it in your bags or traveling anywhere also, because it really comes in handy. Of course, PDFs are available. If you guys are the mobile app person, you have a PDF. It's going to tell you what's happening. Start looking at the symptoms. Start understanding the science behind it, and you will realize that your body is speaking to you. I gave you an example of my this swollen jaw, right? My body was speaking to me. Things happen to you, and you start understanding it, and you start healing it, and it really works. So I hope it's clear. Thank you. Yes, now you can continue, Nehal.
Alia has her clients put their hand on their body where the symptom is, ask it what it needs, and then just listen. While you may not hear anything in the beginning, the body responds to the fact that you are listening. As you tell your body how much you love it and that it's safe with you, your body hears that and relaxes. You may feel the intensity of that symptom come down for a bit. For example, if you have a great deal of pain, you may feel the pain soften. Some have felt it completely dissolve. When Alia was 16 years old, she got an intuitive message to stay home from her after school job. While she was not sure why she was getting this message, she listened and stayed home. That day, her horse got stuck in a fence and would have died had she not been there. As she released him from the fence, she massaged his body where he had hurt his neck, feeling where the tissue had tightened up and giving it loving energy. Her horse began to breathe deeply, and she could feel the tissue releasing under the fingers. Alia has noticed that the tissues and organs in our body release in just the same way when we stop, breathe deeply, listen, and respond with loving energy. If you have any troubling symptoms, practice doing this and see what happens.
So again, any part of our body is sick, any part of our body, just put your right hand there. If possible, the left also, to make them clasp them together and put them on your ab or your arm or any part of it, and just ask for messages and just give in healing energy. All your body needs is love. Give that love energy, just ask for it to heal. Tell your body to heal itself, and together all of them will be combined and you'll start healing. Tomorrow we'll read about listening for what our body wants and what our life wants from us. It's all about love, it's all about feelings. It's a beautiful chapter, and tomorrow we'll read about it. So thank you, Ritesh sir and Nehal. You were such a pleasure. So beautifully you articulate your words and so much poise and perfect breaks. Such a pleasure. Thank you so much. God bless you. All right, we'll have a heart thought for the day, and any new reader. And Yuvi, how wonderful that you healed your swollen jaw a few days back. How wonderful. At your age, I am absolutely in awe of you. So thank you, Bacha, for sharing this. How wonderful. And mom, can you just mention in the chat what is a dowser? Maybe all of us will want to read it. So Disha Judiani, Yuvi, I'm sorry, I saw your hand later. Today, Disha ji will read. Tomorrow, you can read, Bacha. Thank you so much.
You are pure spirit. Look within your very centered space.
So one second, let me introduce
Sorry,
Disha.
sorry.
No problem. So we are all about consciousness. What is consciousness? That I am aware of what's happening in me. I am aware. So all of us, if we are conscious, we know that we are aware, right? What are we aware of? Deeper science and spirituality. And right now I'm aware that it's pure consciousness and I am being guided divinely. I'm being guided, and I am a pure spirit. So my soul has a purpose. My soul has taken this life as Disha Judiani or UV Jain or Neha Shah or whoever, but I am conscious that, this is how my life is. I'm conscious that life is all about love. Be aware that you are pure consciousness. You're not lonely, you're not lost, you're not abandoned. You're one with all of life. The minute you start saying such things, a shift happens. Every day you start saying, I'm aware, I'm aware. There's this beautiful book by Rhonda Byrne called The Greatest Secret. That's all about consciousness. It's all about being aware. It's all about welcoming. It's really beautiful. So, somebody, if you want to read, you can read. It's a very deep book. So, it's not meant for a layman. It's only meant for the people who are spiritually thinking that they're like, growing over and over and over again. So, yes, thank you so much. Now, Disha, please continue. You are pure spirit. Spirit, yes.
Look within your very centered space and see the part of you that is pure spirit, pure light, pure energy. Visualize all your limitations falling away one by one until you are safe, healed, and whole. Know that no matter what is going on in your life, no matter how difficult things may be, at the very center of your being, you are safe and you are whole. You always will be. Lifetime after lifetime, you are shining spirit, a beautiful light. Sometimes you come to this planet and cover your light and hide it, but the light is always there. As you let those limitations go, and as you recognize the true beauty of your being, you shine brilliantly. You are love, you are energy, you are spirit, you are the spirit of love shining brightly. Let your light shine.
So let's just stay with this chapter for some more time, and I'll probably meditate about this today. So we are spirits. We all know it, right? And that's why I keep saying, if you can, let's intertwine with our highest self. Our highest self is our spirit, is a soul's name. Now, whatever shortcomings we have in our life, whatever limitations we have in our life, they're all going to go one by one and they'll all start fading away. When you replace it with love, when you start saying, I am whole and complete, and you start using beautiful compliments for yourself, you will evolve that way. Life is such a cakewalk. It's so easy, but people have complicated it or just made it a big thing. So when your body tells you that today I'm sick, today I'm not well, I have a headache, okay, so let's listen to it and take a rest. If your body says, okay, just do this, do it. And if you hear negativity, just discard it. You will hear negativity in the process of life. यहाँ से सुनो, यहाँ से निकाल दो. Remember one thing, we are all a beautiful shining light, and let's share our light. It's very important that we have come, and right now this light has been covered by debris in the universe, by our own thoughts, negative thoughts. Let's unclutter ourselves. Let's grow and let's evolve. Let the limitations go. There's nothing called a limitation in life. Limitation is only in the mind. Remember one thing, you're meant to go life forward, have a magnificent life. So let's discover that. Let's discover this beautiful meditation today. Let's just come up with a beautiful meditation, see where we're all heading for. So thank you so much. Thank you, Disha, for reading so well. A beautiful chapter indeed. Absolutely powerful. Mom, thank you telling us about the dowser. I had no idea. I haven't done this kind of healing. So you being a healer would know more. So thank you for telling us about it. All right. So let's have a music. And today, just close your eyes, just knowing that you are going to be intertwined. I'm going to try and take you a little deeper. Let's see where we reach. Let's close our eyes. Let our smiles radiate, shine bright on our faces. Our hands comfortably placed in a Buddha pose, maybe in a Gyan Mudra, maybe facing heavenwards. Our feet firmly placed on the ground below. Today, I will really request you to have your feet on the ground below because today we'll be grounding ourselves as well. Our backs are straight. Let's go inward by inhaling love. I am love. Gradually, ever so gently, exhale your breath with love. Remember, the world and you need love to be circled around, to give and to get. Inhale light. I am light. Exhale light. Share your light. Inhale abundance with your next breath. I am abundant. Exhale abundance ever so gently. Life is love. Life is light. Life is abundant. We all are going inward, realizing ourselves, our purpose, and finding oneness with ourselves. Discovering the love that was covered. We are love. We love our life. We love our bodies. We go internally and we discover who we are. Today, let's understand that all of us have divine wisdom, divine intelligence, and divine guidance. And this is coming to us from our higher selves. Today, in the morning, let's tune in to our higher selves. If you wish, you can incline your head a bit towards the sky because your higher self is above your crown chakra. Dear higher self, allow me the knowledge of your name. And I want to thank you for your divine guidance, for always guiding me, navigating me, and taking me exactly where I have to. I'm sorry, there's so many days that I have not given you any consideration. I've disregarded whatever you've given me as a mere gut feeling, as a mere intuition. But now I know I'm divinely guided. What's your name? I know you have formed me and chosen me, this life of mine, for a purpose, to teach me some things, to discover my inner glory, to discover life in its magical, magnificent best. I am love. I am light. I am joy. I am bliss. I am a shining spirit, a beautiful light. I know I'm energy. I know I'm spirit. I know I shine brightly as never before because you are a part of me. You've chosen me for this life and made me choose my parents, my country, my family, all the lessons that I had to learn. And I'm sorry I've got sidetracked sometimes, not listening to you. You've given me this beautiful body which speaks to me. I'm sorry, dear body, I've not listened to you many times. Now I know it's all about going inward, and I'm intertwining myself as oneness with my body, with my mind, and with you, my dear soul, my higher self. I'm right now infant in discovering you. I may find your name, I may not. But when I do, I'm absolutely waiting for that cosmic magical beginning. I know there will be days when you'll even give me a signal that I am communicating with you. And I know I can block my aura from all negativity by simply saying it and feeling it. So, dear high self, allow me the knowledge of your name. Let me also become whole and complete, just the way you actually had made me. I'm excited and looking forward for the animated conversations between you and me. I know you have inner pearls of wisdom. I know there's so much happening in my life. And I'm looking forward for every single beginning. I know all my decisions, be it for health, be it for family, be it for growing spiritually, being it for growing emotionally, will all be looked after because I am under divine guidance. I am love. I am light. I am abundant. Wherever I turn, prosperity follows. Whatever I study comes to fruition as I understand every single concept and I intertwine that with my life. I'm going deeper and deeper. I'm changing the quality of my life, dear higher self, with the power of affirmations, with the power of faith, changing my beliefs. I'm a person in progress, exactly how you had designed me to be. Now all I await is my connection with you. I am ready. Are you? Are you ready? Please allow me the knowledge of your name. Please allow me to understand my higher self. I'm falling in love with myself, with my life, with things around me, and I know that I am whole and complete. As I meditate for 2 more minutes, if possible, allow me the knowledge of your name. I want to evolve every single day, bit by bit. What's your name? Dear High Self, whenever you think I'm ready, allow me the knowledge. Now I'm going back to my physical body, intertwining, integrating my energy. I now invite the divine healing light. Please enter my body through my crown chakra. Feel the flow of the divine healing light in your body. It's starting to flush in. It's coming in, cascading down. The minute the body gets this light, all negativity is healed. Our third eye chakra is healed. We're able to look at a future, the bright future that we have created with the divine guidance, where everything is right because we are right, because we are love, and all we're giving our future is our love. No doubts. all the negative thoughts are just flowing out of our body because they've touched the healing light and are healed. The white healing light is cascading down. It's now reached our throat chakra. We are able to express much more without the fear of being judged. We're able to write much more. We're able to reflect much more. And how wonderful. No filters. The light further cascades down through my shoulders, in the upper part of my chest and the upper part of my back. It's cascading down, making its way to our heart chakra. Remember, the heart chakra has a front and a back part. We are inviting and energizing our heart chakra. Let's invite the beautiful greens around us. Remember, greens are everywhere. Even in a closed room, we can still invite the greenery, Mother Nature, into our being. Feel the glove, the greenery coming into your heart. Let's glow in love. Let's grow in love. Let's expand our angel hearts every day. The white healing lights comes further to our solar plexus chakra, the beautiful place which has a world of its own. Our stomach, where all our dreams take birth. Imagine the golden lotus is opening up here. It's got 1,000 petals. Bit by bit, it's opening up. And all you see is the energy, the white healing light going through it, energizing every part of the lotus. And these 1,000 petals are symbolic of 1,000 things in our life, our virtues, our dreams, and completes us into being one. Whatever we desire for our highest self is always fulfilled. Whatever we desire with love is fulfilled. Lack of love is not meant to be. The white healing light is making its way to the sacral chakra and healing all our blockages. Feel the area growing warmer. It's further come down to our root chakra. We are whole and complete as we are rooted to Mother Earth. We are grounded. We are humble. We are compassionate. We are kind. Feel these virtues connecting you with Mother Earth through your roots, in the soles of your feet. We are like the tall tree that's growing and growing, so above, so below. The more we grow as a human, the deeper our roots are getting. We are no longer judgmental. We're no longer analytical. We're no longer critical because we flow in love. We intertwine ourselves in oneness with the Mother Nature. We take cues and messages. We listen to our body, the inner voice, our higher self, our inner guidance, our inner wisdom, and our inner intelligence. And whatever we want comes true. All our blockages are released. Dear Mother Nature, Janani Janmabhoomi, as we bow down towards you, we are so grateful for all that you do for us, nourishing our body with so much of beautiful food, energetic food, the food that now we agree is energizing us. We pray to our food, knowing it's only doing us good. The water that you give us abundantly is energizing every cell of our being. And the nourishment you're providing to us as virtues are absolutely wonderful. Thank you for always rooting us, grounding us, because this is where we are rooted. Please allow us to always be humble, no matter what success we find. Let's never forget our roots. And I know you will keep us grounded. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's expand our hands towards the universe. Thank our universe for having our backs. Thank you, dear cosmos, for including us as being a part of your Leela, for giving us divine guidance, for allowing us the knowledge of our higher self. Dear divinities, we are always blessed. Thank you for that. Dear angels, you always give us cues. So grateful. Dear guardians, you ensure that each one of us is divinely protected. What more can we ask for? Thank you, thank you, thank you. We feel your light shining bright on us. As we lower our hands to on a heart level, we're telling our hand, our heart, our life, our body, our world that we are yes people for all things wonderful, that we are growing abundantly every day, every moment, that each one of us is open and receptive to love, gratitude, abundance, prosperity, and all things wonderful. And we're thankful to our universes. We are love, we are light, we are abundance. Let's close our hands together, fold them together, energize them by rubbing them. Let's bless our beautiful brain. Keep your hand there for a while. This is where my crown chakra is. This is where our subconscious and conscious mind is. And just above is our higher self. We are getting open to our inner energy, to our spirituality, to finding our spirit's actual reality, which is all about love and guidance. Let's bless our face, which also includes the third eye chakra. Bless our ears. Bless our wonderful neck and our throat with the throat chakra, which is opened. Our shoulders, our arms, upper to lower. Now, as you go on the back hand side, today, your upper back, go below where your spinal cord is, right after your heart, behind your heart, is your back heart chakra. Bless it, energize it. Bless your spinal cord, go lower, massage your back, go to your hips, hit them, bless them, massage them. Touch your upper chest, cascade down, touch your lungs. Now just keep your hand on your heart for a while. We're thankful to our front chakra of our heart for opening up. Let's just go down, scan our body, touch our gut, which includes our liver, stomach, kidneys, gallbladder, intestines, uterus. And right here, a hand above your navel is your solar plexus chakra. Bless it, thank it. So thank you, dear solar plexus, for making all my dreams come true. Now, one hand below your navel is your sacral chakra. Bless it for maintaining your law and order of your body. One hand below is your root chakra. Bless it for keeping you rooted. Now, bless your thighs, your knees, calves, ankles, heels, soles of your feet, toe finger and nails. Ever so gently come back up, touching your body. Fold your hands in front of your heart. Dearest, gorgeous, magical, magnificent body, you are a giver. Thank you for the organs that work so beautifully, the trillions of cells, the 100,000 kilometers of blood circulation system, to muscles, tissues, fibers, glands, bones, and my skin. Thank you for working on your optimum best. Thank you for always eliminating your body with any negative thoughts. They're just simply eliminated because now we are all about love. So only love expands in our bodies and our being. And thank you for taking away all the excess weight, all the diseases. Nothing is required because we are pure love. Unconditional love flows in us and flows from us. We are the channels of love and light, and we share our inner light with all our Sangha, their loved ones, and all living beings on Mother Earth. So it is. Let's shine our inner light. Love, light, and blessings for you, Mehak, Nehal, Sanya, Rajiv and Payal, Sangeeta, Ajay and Anju, Sailesh and Alona, Prachi Divan, Neha Sethi, Disha, Veena, Pratima ji, Shubhra, Prakash and Jigisha, Richa, Rico and Naveen, Nitin, Sapna, Mom, Yashvi, Gyanji and Usha ji, Jitendra ji, Saita Agarwal ji, Hina Jagani, Mudita, Ravi and Chandra, Shivangi, Nisha, Seema, Shruti, Shivani, Parul, Poonam, Rima, Archana, Harpreet, Neetu and Bhavan, Kripa, Asmeet, Rajniji, Amit, Siddharth and Manna, Prashant, Puneet, Shami and Ankur, Anika, Badri, Rohini, Akshay, Sakshi, Shalu, Pooja, Nikita, Karishma, Ankur, Kavita, Yuvi, Alifya, Sakshi, Rashi, Reena, Bharatbhai, Ashish, Radhika, Neelam, Radhika Kaya, Ankita, Richa, Sunita, Shelly, Niriksha, Karima and Gaurav, Priya Mittal. 1121 for life. Ritesh Sir, Monica Agnihotri, and Rima, Neelam. So anyone I've forgotten, please, lots of love, light, and abundance. Richa Sachdev, Richa. Yes. So thank you, thank you, thank you. So, all right, have a magical day. And I just want, and I really hope that all of you can find your higher self, all of you can find a conversation, all of you can be divinely guided because that's who we are. Spirituality is just about finding ourselves. So, lots of power to each one of you as you go deeper and deeper. Tomorrow is a soulful Sunday, and my only wish and love for you will be that you just go inward and connect with yourself. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much. God bless you all. Lots of love. Thank you. Thank you, Ritesh sir. Thank you, Amrita. Thank you, Sanjay sir. Thank you, Shweta, for having my back. Thank you.